No, we don't want the police, or an ambulance, or the fire service. There's been a mistake. A big mistake.
Where's Richie? You said he'd be sleeping there.
He came into my bedroom to see if I had a spare blanket.
Blankets are kept in the airing cupboard.
Yes, but he's never stayed overnight before, has he? So how was he to know? 999. That was bad, bad, bad. Oh, why'd you do these things, Josh?
I was short of breath. I didn't want to disturb you and Richie, so I was phoning an ambulance like we had to do before.
You better now? Come on. Let's all get back to Bedfordshire. Everything will seem better in the morning.
No, I get paid more for working here if I put more hours in, but I can't because I need my time off to do the police surgeon shifts.
You're not out of pocket, though.
You're kidding, right? I get paid per patient on the cop shop.
So the more you see, the more you make.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense to have a sideline, then.
Well, I'm not complaining.
Morning. Morning.
Hi.
Listen, I'm sorry, Danny, but I'm going to have to reschedule our meeting tomorrow.
Wednesday, then?
Thursday will be better.
Oh, I'm really keen to get this sorted. Please.
Well, yeah, I suppose we could talk it through about 11:30ish this morning.
This morning?
That's too soon, right? You need time to get the facts and figures together.
All sorted. This morning it is.
Right.
These are my favourites. Oh well, it's fine. I need to watch the old...
Good news and bad news. Last night, Josh wheezed, but did not have an asthma attack. Yay! Which makes it 5 months, 2 weeks and 3 days since he did.
It's great. And the bad news?
I still think I ought to get him checked out this morning.
Fine.
And keep him off school all day. With us. I know we planned to do stuff and you took the whole day off work so we could. How bad do I feel? Don't stay. You don't have to. Of course you don't. There's all of Birmingham out there. Enjoy.
Do you want me to go?
I want you to do what you want to do.
Well, I want to do something together, the three of us. Let's go out for lunch, yeah? My treat.
He's not at his best in restaurants.
OK, then we'll eat here. I'll cook.
Hear that? You'll cook us lunch. If you can find anything to cook. Oh, might be something in the freezer.
There you go.
Oh, that's a UFO. Unidentified frozen object?
Yeah.
Got a few of them in there, haven't we? Oh, George loves chicken.
We'll just get it defrosted. Easy peasy.
The doctor will get you sorted. It'll be as right as ninepence. I'll go find your trainers.
I'll help.
Excellent, very encouraging. Consultant surgeon, Mr. Chowdhury. You come up trumps there.
Is he good?
Good. Old Chowdy, best in St Phil's. The UK, probably the world. No, you have no problems on that one.
Dr. Woodson is late.
Oh, we're not seeing Dr. Woodson. It's Dr. Bond. He's very good. When I made the appointment, I insisted on him. Only the best for my boy, I said. He's got lots of certificates and experience and...
Josh Winters? And you must be Mrs. Winters.
Miss.
Sorry.
Are you proper doctor?
Well, I'm trying to be.
What's the average length of the intestine of the adult human male?
The small intestine or the large?
Small.
Well, that depends. It can be up to 7 meters long. His peak expiratory flow has shown marked improvement from last time. When did he last have an acute exacerbation? Asthma attack.
Not for 5 months, 2 weeks, 3 days and counting. He was a little wheezy last night. Just the weeniest bit, wasn't it, Josh? Not bad enough to go phoning the ambulance.
You phoned for an ambulance?
I managed to stop him in time. He never asked me. He never asked. He said he didn't want to bother me. What's he like?
Well, that was the wrong thing to do. I suppose your heart was in the right place.
He overreacts, you see. He gets that from me. That's not all I've given him, poor thing. He's got my asthma, my allergies, my eczema, my hay fever.
They're all variations of the same thing. You both have a heightened sensitivity to antigens.
A heightened sensitivity to antigens. Well, that's something to tell them at school. Well, not that he gets there as often as he'd like, as I'd like. But I don't want him missing out, so I give you lessons, don't I? He knows his tables, well, the bits he likes. Or do Dr. Bond you 7 times?
Well, another time, perhaps. But if there was nothing else you wanted...
There is. But,
She wants me out the room. I'll be reading the magazines.
I don't really want tea. I just sent him so we could get a couple of minutes together.
For our last goodbyes.
It's not like that, Christine. Just wanted you to know you won't have to worry about Stephen. I'm always going to look after him. Today, tomorrow, as long as he needs me.
That could be a very long time.
As long as he needs me.
Thanks for trying, but it won't wash. You convinced me days ago that your life's too complicated to take care of a teenager.
Things change. Last Thursday, my life became a lot simpler.
You wouldn't lie to me, Heston. You've been a long time.
Sorry, I met someone.
Face wipes. You'll appreciate them after the operation. It can get very hot in here. The waiting's the worst bit. But it won't be long now. I had a word with the surgical team. They're going to be ready to run your pre-op tests in about half an hour. You'll have to leave her then.
We'll be back as soon as you're out of theatre. Sure we have enough manga comics to keep us amused?
They're not comics.
Julia's asked me to drop something off at the campus. I thought I'd get some lunch at the refectory. Anyone want to join me?
You must be hungry.
I wouldn't want to put Dr. Hassan to any trouble.
Oh, you won't. I'm going anyway.
do you want to examine me first? I'm sure you don't want to. I don't want you to. Nothing personal. I'm very happy for you to... Oh, that's not happy. Yay, great, bring it on. I mean...
I think what you might be trying to say is that you'd like me to prescribe the pill.
Please.
Have you been on it before?
No. Hence Josh. And ever since Josh, with him always being so poorly, it's been mum this, mum that, round the clock. This, that, and not much...
Of the other?
I've met someone, you see. He's such a lovely guy. I think he might be the one. Josh would like him. I know he would if he gave him a chance. And it's what Josh needs, a role model, someone like Richie, someone honest, someone decent, someone you can trust to always do the right thing.
ask you to bring me a formal document on the viability of establishing a Botox clinic at the mill, and you bring me this? I mean, I need something that I can take to the partners.
All the facts and figures are there. I'll type them this afternoon. Oh, what do you think?
Oh, Daniel, honestly, you're such a fool sometimes.
I might have known you'd hate it.
No, what I hate is that you've crammed everything into 5 evenings a week. I mean, the treatment rooms are available all day at the weekends, which coincidentally does happen to be the most convenient time for career women.
So you approve?
Yeah, I do. But there are 2 other partners, remember? You're going to have to convince Heston and Lily.
Yeah. What about the others?
Well, it isn't actually their decision, but I do think you should run it by them.
Oh, doesn't that smell so?
Yeah, well, there's been a slight change to the menu. I hope you don't mind.
Richie's good as a curry, you'll like that.
Won't.
It's only his favourite meal, that's all. How'd you get the sauce so creamy?
It's just luck.
I'm going to lay the table in the other room. Candles, flowers. Oh, a meal to remember. You stay and help Richie.
Perfect. Okay, Josh, you can spoon some of that into there, okay? Right, cutlery. So, who do you support then? Villa or City?
Don't like football.
Cricket?
Rubbish.
Rugby?
Hate it.
Okay. What sport do you like?
Quidditch.
I'm not sure I played that recently. Okay, if you had £1 million, what car would you buy?
Cars suck. Face it, Richie, we've got nothing in common. Have you noticed any unusual discharge in your urine? Are there signs of ulceration on your cervix?
Pippa? Pippa? He just asked about my cervix.
He was making conversation, trying out a new word. He loves new words. He'll have read it somewhere. He doesn't know what it means.
Don't they have sex education at his school?
Yes, they do, actually. It's just that he might have been absent when they did it. It was the same with the Vikings. Talk to him about longboats. That's what he needs to mug up on.
No way. I am not going back in there.
Of course. Oh, I should have realised. You thought last night was a disaster. All you want to do is go. I don't blame you, but I'd rather you didn't use my little boy as your excuse.
Oh, Pippa, please.
I believe you left your car keys in the kitchen. I shall fetch them. Josh!
I like my curries, Vindaloo.
That's it. That is it. You dial 999. You pretend you're wheezy when you aren't. You tie a knot in poor Dr. Bond's stethoscope. You're rude about Richie's cervix, and now this. And it's too late to say sorry, because I am not listening. You'll not have your lunch. Instead, you'll go straight to your bedroom, where you can have a jolly good think about what you've done.
You know where I am if you need me. For any reason.
Hang on in there. She'll be out of theatre in next to no time.
We'll just grab something quick.
You can always go back if you're not feeling hungry. Manga.
Oh, the Manga Society having a sale. Did I forget to mention that?
Would you mind?
No.
But I'm a right mess. Have I gone blotchy? Are you allowed to turn away? I wouldn't look at me looking like this.
I would look at you, whatever you look like.
So I am blotchy.
You're hot.
Sweaty is the word. Oh, what must you think of me? I promised you a day of sex and sophistication, and what'd you get? Sweat and a psychopath. That's what he is, Richie. He was such a sweet, sweet little boy, and now he's a monster. I raised a monster.
He's not a monster. He's just a bit different, that's all. Oh, come here. Hey? I'll do the dishes.
I've never fancied Botox myself. Not if it means some skinny beautician coming at me with a syringe. The sadists, some of them, I know, I've been waxed.
Yeah, but what if it were a doctor doing it?
Ah, women would be queuing round the block.
Excellent. The mill does need the extra revenue.
Not just the mill. I mean, if you want lawyers to help you get custody of Izzy, you're going to need every penny you can get.
Why do you think I'm so keen to get started?
Hey, Jimmy, have you heard what Daniel's planning? You'll be amazed. Josh! Josh!
Pippa?
What have you done to her? Bring her water.
Just a bit of miasma, that's all. I'll be all right.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is why any sane person would want botulinum toxin injected into them in the first place.
It's got legitimate medical uses.
Not getting rid of a few wrinkles.
You're so behind the times, mate. Look, Simon would agree.
What's that?
Well, I'm planning on the...
Simon, I just had a call. One of your patients' asthma attack. Pippa Winters. It was just on no phone.
Well, it's better to call here than 999, I suppose. This is going to be one big waste of time.
Oh, hey, planning a little gathering just after 6.
Yeah, he's planning on taking the mill in a new direction.
All right, sounds great.
Bringing him here was a brainwave, thank you.
He needed something to take his mind off things. You both did. You're looking tired, Heston.
I haven't slept much since last Thursday. A lot going on. The choice you asked me to make, the decision I came to.
You've been having second thoughts.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, 455th.
So you might change your mind. Thought not. On Thursday, I saw a side of you I'd never seen before.
I handled it badly.
For the first time, I saw who you really were.
I am so sorry.
A truly honourable, loyal and selfless man. The kind of person I want to spend my life with.
Josh, did you call Dr. Bond? I'm sorry. He just does things.
Well, I think it was the right thing to do in this case. Okay, let's get you sorted. Oh, excuse me. Thank you.
It's him. He does things to her antigens. Ever since he's been around, she's been behaving strangely.
Well, Josh, your mum and her strange behaviour.
You've noticed it too?
Well, only because that's just what parents are like.
You mean your mum's strange?
Oh, yeah. And my dad, he's even stranger. He's done some stuff I'm never going to begin to understand. Stuff I think was wrong.
Couldn't you stop him?
Well, it's his life, Josh. He's got to live it the way he wants to, just like your mum. All you and I can do is let them get on with it and just hope they're happy. And yeah, we all need plenty of that. Would you mind just giving us a couple of minutes?
Are you pretending you care about my mother?
You silly, spoilt, selfish, scheming, squeaky little squirt. Of course I care about her. I love her. I love her.
So why do you hurt her then?
Me? Hurt your mum?
Well, last night in the bedroom, I heard her crying out, "Oh, oh, Richie, Richie, oh."
Well, I was trying to make her happy.
You weren't making a very good job of it.
Well, next time I'll have to try harder.
You ought. Because I want my mum to be happy. I want that more than anything.
Good. So we do have something in common.
Let the nurses do their stuff. There's plenty of time. She'll be asleep for a while yet.
And when she wakes up, it's not me she'll want to see. I'll be off. If you need anything, give me a ring.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Lily, for everything.
Nice kid.
He likes you.
It could work, the three of us.
You think?
Well, I'd give it a go.
You mean that?
Heston, please. I always mean what I say.
You and me, birds and the bees, a little chat.
If you'd find it helpful. Are you have to go to hospital?
No, sweetheart.
You sure? What's wrong with her?
We'll tell him we won't have any peace until you do.
Well, sweating, colic pains, rheumy eyes, all indicative of an allergic reaction, mild, fortunately, but it was enough to cause acute asthma exacerbation. Now, the allergy itself I don't think was triggered by contact with anything or anyone, but more likely something that she ate.
You did it! The curry!
No, he never. Dr. Bond's got it a little bit wrong. No disrespect. Dr. Woodson says she ran tests on me, remember, Josh? And she found that the only foods I'm allergic to are peanuts and soya. And we don't never let those into our kitchen, do we? So it must be something else that caused it.
Well, it's not obvious what else it could be.
You mean you don't know what did it?
It could be a range of things.
So it could happen again? Only worse? Mum?
Maybe she did have peanuts.
I can't have.
You got a riddy meal?
Peanuts. I'm sorry. I'll go. I just wanted us to have a happy day, that's all.
No. Wait. What he did was wrong, but his heart was in the right place.
Finally, at the bottom of the last page, you will find the projected figures for the rest of this financial year and the whole of next. Pretty impressive, I think you'll agree. That's enough from me. What do you all think?
Well, I think, my opinion, as responsible medical professionals, we should be campaigning against Botox, not dispensing it.
Hey, sorry I'm late. What have I missed?
I've been outlining.
Let me summarise for you. Daniel thinks he's God's gift to women. Women, that is, who are past it, but desperate to pretend they're not.
They are women who have issues with self-esteem.
And you're just gagging to cash in on it. The lousier they feel about themselves, the more money you make.
Daniel wants to run a Botox clinic from the mill.
Yeah, it's just like you said. Okay, we need to make the mill more than a place people only come to when they're sick. Perhaps you can convince Dr. Smarty Pants of that.
Well?
Well, I think a Botox clinic is a terrible idea.
Well, you don't think that women should be allowed to make the most of themselves?
Oh, no, that's their choice. But the point of the mill, its raison d'etre, is to promote good health, not pander to personal vanity.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Perhaps you can share a bit more of your wisdom with us when you're a little less wet behind the ears. What? He's a kid. That's all I'm saying. I mean, what does he know about what it feels like to be a woman who's reached the age when she knows she's losing her looks? Karen?
Stare, why don't you?
What I meant to say was that Karen believes that women will be queuing around the block to get Botox here. Isn't that right?
Well, maybe they would, maybe I would. But that doesn't mean to say that Simon's wrong. I didn't leave temp work to work in a glorified health parlour. I wanted to look after the sick and suffering.
Well, actually, you know what? Doesn't really matter what you guys think, because this is a decision for the partners. Julia backs me, and I know Heston will too.
And Lily. What's she going to say?
You know, I'm really impressed with the way that Daniel's committed to this idea.
Going to do me in.
Not my style, Christine.
This obsession with changing the surface, pretending to be something that you're not, it's a sickness. Can't you see that?
A case of corporate murder next on BBC1 Scotland, but greed betrays a killer.